So at breakfast the next day, basically, most people don't know what happened last night.
Is she down for breakfast or is not?
No.
Ruby, whatever. Okay.
She is not.
Is Haji?
The talk of the day is going to be basically on everyone's heard that Doji Hotaru is coming for a visit.
Hey, is Kaji down there?
Sure, Kaji can be here.
Okay, I'm gonna find Kaji.
I told you.
He knows because it was like his assistant, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're telling the crazy guy?
He knows I want to go talk to him and see like what the deal is
now,
with it.
paranoia next level. Super
Right.
Yes. Oh god.
Make him crazy.
Yes, I'll sit down next to him and just like look at him like real wide-eyed, like see what he has to say. Because he knows why. He just.
I told you.
Do you have any suspicions?
Everywhere.
Did you have any suspicions about him?
No, not really.
Really? You didn't find
He
any?
seemed just like an average assistant.
Who were his closest
Perhaps I was too mean to him.
You did this.
Perhaps when I told him to clean and launder the clothes, it pushed him over the edge.
I'm pretty sure this is something that he had been planning for a while.
Well, the word is not got out yet. Probably shouldn't tell everybody.
I'm just telling you. I figured you would know.
Yes, I know. We'll see when the Ruby Champion makes her official announcement.
And you have no other suspicions about anyone else.
How could I? It could be anybody, anywhere.
Okay, but nobody that gives you like
I'm starting to wonder if I'm one.
an off-putting vibe or like wears a weird scarf or something besides me.
Fake crab clothes.
Fake crab clothes.
No, he doesn't have any other names. He's suspicious of everybody.
All right.
Hey, what was his assistant's best friends and closest acquaintances?
He had when you guys first there was a bit of box text I read when you first walked in the door that it seems even the assistants have assistants when you first met Kaji.
Oh yeah. So who were his assistants?
Who are your assistants?
He has 9 assistants. Now he has 8.
Yeah, but who are the
assistants'
assistants?
Who did he hang around with?
I don't have names for you, but it would be his other assistants. Yeah, Kaji's other assistants, and then the assistants having assistants would have been Kaji having assistants, because Kaji is the assistant to the Emerald Champion, or to the Ruby Champion.
Okay, so the guy that we caught,
he would not have also assistants.
But
underneath
did he
him.
have anybody that he was like friendly
Inseparable.
with, or like would in downtime or meals, or that he would be drawn to?
I'm gonna just assume that off the clock,
if he did,
you don't pay attention to your assistants that much.
If he did, it's not relevant to the investigation. So
yes, and it's more of
abort this line.
You're my assistant, and then once you're off the clock, I don't pay attention to you anymore. So,
well, I will tell Kaji
same
like
with everyone here when Dean
start.
It's over.
Yeah, basically.
Everyone's off the clock. I don't pay attention to you guys.
It's fine. I pay attention to everything you post.
Good. I put some funny shit. You're welcome.
I see what you posted today. It made me think of D&D.
Huh.
What did I post today?
Did you post it?
One thing I like
My
more than reading is
ninja.
fucking. I posted that today.
Yeah, I'm like, what about D&D?
Oh yeah. It's number 3.
That's better than reading.
Yeah. This is reading
Out of
plus.
curiosity,
So,
this is gonna be kind of quick. Did we write our ninjas down?
I think we did.
I think we sparked
yes.
wisdom.
God, I'm really sad I couldn't take that.
What do you need? You need yours?
Oh no. But there, I didn't write the second part. I guess just to, if it was.
I finally had an opportunity to stop that daredevil.
So basically, now we're gonna move to law training as soon as anything else we want
Is
to talk
Judge
about.
Dredd our teacher?
Close. Another member of the royal families, Mia Kotsumi, is your teacher from the Mia family, one of the imperial families as well.
We're getting some good teachers.
Yeah, this is like the celebrities, man. All the high-end people are here. You guys learn from the best.
one day we'll surpass our chief masters.
So I didn't come up with a clever thing for today's training, though. So I'm not going to make you figure anything out. We're just going to roll the dice. And
was that him?
Law training.
That actually is. I just didn't write it down.
Name one law.
is that what it says?
Well, that's what mine like.
You guys want some
Was that him or is that a different one?
No, that's him.
That sucks.
Oh no.
Sorry, dude.
I didn't know that.
Do we get to know?
No, it's just. Yeah, that's. Well, how'd you come up with that?
What's that?
Did you just come up with that by looking through the book, or was that an option you picked?
That was an option that I picked.
Oh wow, that's funny.
Yeah.
Can the class know?
No.
No.
Background information.
It's in the back.
No, but that's the no. I have to look that up because I mean they know this adventure exists. Well, he wasn't supposed to die either.
Oh, he wasn't supposed to get caught. No, but
Yeah.
it's just something I made up for my character.
Right.
We also weren't
And
supposed
we're
to
not
have
supposed to
custom
be these
characters in
characters.
this.
No.
That's that doesn't even matter for this. But no, that's fine. It's just
It's just that
basically
scene where
Derek
Ben-
is supposed to be like studying underneath the daimyo, and
The
now
guy I just caught.
now the
You
daimyo.
killed it.
But that means you already surpassed your master because you bested him in combat.
You done? You won.
Yeah, you're the new master.
There would have been. I think there would have been a.
Well, I
more-
guess that-
Basically, you're gonna have to adjust your ninja. Is what
Yeah.
you're gonna have to choose a new ninja later.
Just change
Or
it,
no,
make a new name.
it wasn't under the daimyo. It'll just be under
Under
a lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't him. So that's
Right.
the way we'll go with it.
The easy way out.
So
is
that whole
changing the name.
where does this leave us question.
Right.
is,
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a little more
All right. So yeah, Kaji,
dramatic.
Kaji does not have any other names for you. He is even more paranoid now. Obviously, no one else knows yet, and he doesn't even know how much she's going to be willing to reveal to the rest of the castle because she doesn't want to
Sure.
panic everybody. So he's like, yeah, he doesn't know what she's going to say. He just heard that she's going to make an announcement. He has no idea that you guys are investigating. He just heard she was going to make an announcement later today. And
He doesn't care to know like how we know. Like he doesn't know that we caught him.
he probably does. I would assume he would at least know that you guys caught him. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that would be secret. How would he know without knowing that?
Yeah.
Because he's her assistant. He knows that you saved her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he would probably show up with the guards. Even we probably back it up. He probably would have been arriving there to take the guards, to lead the guards and take the prisoner down. He should have probably been there for all of that.
Okay.
So
Oh shit, we probably should search his room.
That's true.
Kaji's room.
No, his assistant.
Assistants.
Oh right, yeah. I mean, you got quite a bit of incriminating evidence on his person
Are
already.
you saying that there's nothing in his room?
I mean, you're probably going to assume that anything he had incriminating, he had on him. Because he had an awful lot of incriminating evidence on him.
Okay.
There could be more, but
Is there?
maybe. If I decide there's more.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like in the
No,
book or
no,
something.
it's not
That
in
was
the
just
book.
like that's all.
No,
he
there's
has.
nothing else. There's nothing else in the book, but you
Okay.
never know.
All right. Well,
All right,
we can
so
do that after breakfast. Then.
You were at the Room of Law, which is right here.
Oh,
right,
so no, we're not.
like right next to where you guys were hanging out last
How
night.
long do we have after breakfast before our class?
Not
Minutes.
long. You want? No, not long.
Oh, okay.
But
Never
hour,
mind, that's fine.
Hour at the most.
Oh yeah, I want to go just check his room then.
It's surprisingly cleared out.
No,
There's
they already
nothing
cleared
in
it
there at all.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't look like anybody lives here or sleeps here.
All right, neat. Okay.
What a weirdo.
But yeah, you guys, the windows are open and the bright sunlight comes in from the Room of Law. Basically, you guys are looking right at where everything happened last night. As you're sitting in class going, yeah, this is where it all went down. Like right outside this door. So, it is here that many of the Empire's laws originate. This is where they're all stored. So, basically, it's like a library, but it is, all books about law.
So it's a boring library.
So it's like another library that just focuses on all the different laws. And
That's a lot of shit.
there is a lot of laws. Yeah, I just haven't talked about it yet.
Okay.
It's just now the next morning,
Yes.
so they wouldn't chill
that's
out
fine.
right now. So that'll be happening while you guys are in class.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's the law sensei. Specializes in the intricacies of the law. It's called Ritsuryo, the Rokugani traditional law. So basically, when you guys knew that the Emerald Champion was spending a lot of time here, as you guys were going through this training, you understand, this is centuries and centuries of law with stuff added on and stuff changed. So the looking for loopholes and stuff like that is probably something that is commonly done, because there's probably, when you're dealing with a law that was written 3 centuries ago versus one that was just written like 2 years ago, and there's not a lot of overlap in certain things because new things happen, things change. You probably were unaware that this many laws existed and how intertwined they are. There is, it's ridiculous. So she's going to go into hypothetical cases. She's going to, do some group things and give you guys some cases to solve and all that stuff. And I didn't come up with anything for this week.
So hypothetically, if someone tried to kill the Ruby Champion, that's illegal.
Yes.
I'm learning so much.
Hypothetically.
Which law is that? What book is that in?
But you guys have to make a government check right now. Target number is going to be 2 because you all did your homework. That actually is in here. Because you guys all did your homework, its target number is going to be 2 now.
What is this?
Government.
Oh God.
Gov.
I'm gonna use my.
This is basically to
Nah,
pass.
Graven Horse was awesome.
Yeah, this is your final. This is like your final exam. After she's talked to you all day long,
I'm using my void point.
now she's gonna do. This is like your final exam to make a government check.
I'm also down on void point if you're changing.
I have that guy's notes. Can I use them?
One
to
of
help
2.
I have 0
You want
void.
to cheat?
That's cheating?
You using somebody else's notes in the test?
I didn't know what kind of test it was.
I'm using my void point.
Is
for
it an
this.
open
No.
note test?
No, it's
Can I use it? I have a black die.
Yep.
I need one more black
This
die
is a
when you're
fire.
done rolling.
Fire.
I'm assuming it's not an open note test. It's only a target number 2. You guys passed everything almost.
I want to.
I'm gonna also
Can I have one of those?
use a void
Yeah.
because
I'm doing this in my worst stance, fire, but that's okay because it actually worked out. Because I'm actually going
I
to.
have 3 of those.
I'm doing this for a different thing. I'm trying to theorize, so I'm using fire.
Yes.
But I took a strike.
I'm
and
also
extra
using
success.
fire. Dude, I am gonna kill this test.
I'm gonna use void.
But I'm trying to analyze. I'm trying to put together in my mind while we're learning about all these laws, why he would be down here researching like ways to search just based off of the letters that we got. When he knows that there is attempts on the royal family's life, why he spent most of his time in here. I'm just trying to use like what we're learning to theorize why the Emerald Champion was in here researching this instead of actually trying to route out the Kolotzer.
I mean, what'd you roll?
3 successes.
With the way that all the laws are intertwined, you basically can just reckon that he was trying to deduce ways that they could expose and basically usurp the Emperor's family within the realm of the law. Like, how could they be removed from, like, how could his sons be removed from potential rulers? Like, what can I do? If they're exposed in this, would that eliminate them from inheriting the throne? How would, basically, the notes reveal that he has the Emperor's 2 sons that are to take over. One is too weak, and the other one is too kind. and they would not be fit to rule.
So, well, that's just I'm just making sure that that's confirming the fact that the Emerald, like it sounds like the Emerald Champion wants the Emperor to be overthrown.
Yeah.
So
it would seem
basically,
it seems that he would want that to happen within the realm of
he's not willing to.
Legally, not his fault at the best.
Yeah, he's speaking legalese.
Yeah.
He was hoping.
He agrees with the idea, but not the plan to make it happen.
To see if he could legally do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
not that he's just going to announce it and say, you know.
Well, that's what I was using my theory to theorize.
It's not like he's going to be like, all right, Emperor, I've proven you are not fit to rule. I'm taking over. You know, no, he's not going to do that. But, you know, Rokugan is all about intrigue and politics and stuff like that. So.
Okay, but now I'll do my actual government check.
I got 3 successes.
Anybody not pass?
Is it possible to gain something from this? Because I would like to try to impress the instructor. Because I got 6.
Nice.
1, 2. I also.
Did you pass?
I want to upstage you.
I only got 1 success, but I'm using an opportunity
No, I actually tied you.
to
I also got
reduce.
6.
Dude, we're so
next
good
water
at
check by
capturing
what?
people and law.
Dude, I passed because I don't
Like,
have homework.
I like see you. I'm just like, well, yeah, but no, but this. I just added like 4 strikes.
Wait, did you say there was a
We'll fight,
bonus
like-
for doing the homework?
Yeah, I see what you
It
did
just-
there,
It just made
but
it easier. It was just target number 2 instead of 3.
this instructor's probably just like,
It would have been target number 3 if you guys would have ignored the homework.
You didn't study enough code.
I didn't.
these 3 left were still there debating.
Yes,
we both
one at
got
a
it.
time. She visits each of you. You pass too, right? She gives you each a small blank black book, and charges you to fill them with your own cases for teaching your own students one day. As she
We got a little black book.
yeah, she's giving everybody this nicely bound black book, and then she comes to you, the one who didn't pass,
It says go home.
and she still gives you the black book, but she's like, perhaps your friends here will share with you some of their notes and knowledge later, so that you understand truly the position of the magistrate. And she'll still give you the black book.
Perhaps.
Everybody spending all their time recording.
It's surprisingly not great on that test.
All right. As you guys depart, you do immediately see Kaji on your way to the midday meal. As you guys depart your training, but your training is now complete.
Magistrates, woo!
You also are informed of tomorrow morning there will be a graduation ceremony where you'll be officially magistrates.
Are our parents gonna be there?
So I mean, did you invite them? Do they know you're here?
No, I don't know. They're defending the wall, wishing I'd get back
Anyways,
to revenge pep pep.
yeah. So she does that. That's what she closes with the class. Is tomorrow morning there will be, after breakfast, there will be an official graduation ceremony where you guys will obtain magistrate status and probably receive a case to be sent out on for investigating purposes immediately.
Sick.
Where this case will lead, it all depends on. There's always something going on that needs investigation. I will relay just a couple law things to you guys, though, just for future adventures. Whenever you guys arrive in a city, the first thing as a magistrate you must do is introduce yourself to the local governor, explain why you're there, what you're doing. There's also a clan magistrate in every town, depending on what lands are in. The clan magistrate, you will have to have, if you ever intend to arrest the samurai, you have to have a writ notice from the clan champion who is in the town. So you do have, while you do have authority, you still need to follow the proper steps. You still need to address that you're in the town, what you're investigating, all that stuff. Yeah, there is procedure.
So undercover work is verboten, is that?
Investigations are generally less about physical. So yeah, let me read this first. Investigations are generally, that might answer your question. Generally less about physical evidence and more about talking to people and finding an acceptable culprit or outcome. Usually conducted by gathering testimonies and confessions as proof of events. Samurai are always trusted to act honorably. So even if they don't, they're always trusted to. So gathering evidence.
That course of shit did not work out well for the witches.
Gathering evidence, interviews, interrogation, physical clues, and stuff like that is still important. Not everyone behaves honorably, so physical proof is usually vital, even if only to direct you towards the right people to question. Evidence can help convince superiors of the correctness of one's accusations, or could be turned into useful blackmail material. So investigators should always find as many clues as possible, obviously. And a conclusion that does not benefit the Emperor is not a correct conclusion, basically. So it's all about, so it's the investigations are a little weird. When you're sent,
bullshit.
When you're sent somewhere to investigate, a murder or whatever.
Trust everything the samurai say.
As long as you find out who the murderer is, it doesn't matter if you catch him or not.
Yeah, it was like, maybe it was the samurai that did the murder, but maybe the samurai could have also been disguised as a peasant. Maybe it was this peasant that did the murder.
Who would you trust?
The evidence is here. He was wearing this peasant outfit.
If you have two equal ranked samurais, and one says, "Hey, that samurai killed that guy," and the other samurai goes, "I didn't kill that guy," but they're all trusted to act honorably, who's to?
I imagine there would be a duel at that point.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
All right, guys, fight. Whoever wins was right.
Or whoever.
But I mean, that's why. I mean, it's funny that they basically you're searching for clues while you're supposed to learn about how to search for clues in this adventure.
But we found none.
No, you guys found all kinds of clues. What are you talking about?
The
Grappling hook, dude.
Yeah, the grappling hook.
The note.
We gotta go back. Yeah,
The note in the chicken coop.
that was by the grappling hook.
The grappling hook, though.
That's how he got the note to the
cubby
chickens.
hole with the documents missing. You guys found all kinds of stuff.
Well,
All right,
doesn't
so
seem like it.
Huh?
Doesn't seem like we found anything.
Really? Are you serious? I was
Dude,
gonna
we
say,
haven't investigated the grappling hook.
I feel like you found like 20 clues.
It was
Oh,
the
well.
daughter in the chicken coop with the grappling hook.
We had such good clues that we fucking caught somebody that we weren't supposed to catch.
Yeah.
That's how
Was that
we
the
are.
clues, or was that just the guy being an idiot because the story told him
Well,
to?
that's partially both, I think. All right, so Kaji is going to motion to you guys as soon as you're leaving on your way to the dining hall.
Alright, I'll go over to him.
The first thing he's going to say is, you may have heard that Doji Hotaru is visiting today.
Yes.
She wishes to speak with you about the Topaz Championship events.
Okay.
And also, did you know, basically he's going to go into the story about the guy now, We went to question the one you caught last night, and he was dead in his cell. Do you have any evidence? Do you have anything else you found that would indicate how he was able to poison himself?
He was a scorpion.
Yeah, classic scorpion move right there.
Classic.
My guess is he.
My guards searched him, and he had nothing on him.
Well, the one
Did they
that
check?
I mean, he was a high up scorpion. I'm assuming he was.
the one that we caught, we're assuming took it as a time released thing, and it had it affected him after a certain amount of time after he drank it. So
Probably what happened.
it's probably what happened with.
Unfortunately, the vial was found in his cell.
Oh, so no, not that. Then.
Either way,
Is he technically the only one who's lying here? Or do we all know that you did that?
I think I assume probably at this point, but I
no,
wouldn't.
unless he told you.
I mean, the dude in
You
the
guys
cell
didn't
was a
even know he
scorpion. It
had
was really high
poison.
up. Your guards weren't, so maybe they.
You guys, as far as you guys know, he's never had poison on him. You've never seen him use poison or have poison or.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, but like poison's a very assassiny thing, and scorpions are very assassiny. So
Right.
And he did say
Either
that's a
way.
very standard.
It's
Kaji-
Kaji that's there. I'm
Kaji
like,
does-
it could have been one of the guards. The collates are everywhere.
So we're looking into all options. We don't know right now. However, it would have been nice to question him. However, you guys have found out most of the information that we could have obtained anyways.
Find out
But
what
basically,
the guy
yes,
was.
she is waiting for you in the room of questioning if you wish to visit with
Oh,
OG.
she's questioning us?
Well, that's just what they call it. That's just the room
Oh,
where you
sure.
receive guests and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
The room of questioning, right
The
here.
room of questioning.
I was gonna
Okay,
call
that
him
was
out
totally
for
cash,
just
no big.
being so like all
I
this room
mean,
and
she's not waiting
like-
for you in the courtyard of punishment, at least. You know, but-
I'll take it.
These are very descriptive rooms.
I mean, it's so real life rooms. Like this is the bedroom. It's the room the bed's in.
It's the room of fucking.
This is the
This is the shit shack.
Shit.
Please follow me into the room if everyone dies and no one returns. Don't worry, that's just what we call it.
Yeah.
It's only happened once. It's the name stuck.
Hey, this is the room of don't look behind you because you're gonna get killed. No correlation.
So anyway, I'll open the door for you.
Yeah. You after you.
All right. The room is small and unassuming. Oh, actually, it's actually a small side room next to the room of questioning.
Oh, the
I'm
closet of interrogation.
Small and unassuming compared to the room of questioning.
Oh.
Hardly fit for a clan champion. She stands within, dressed in the blue and white colors of the crane. She is sitting on a tatami mat and motions for you guys to do the same.
What is a Tommy mat?
Mat to sit on.
It's
Context clues.
It's like a chair.
You know what?
it's a mat that usually rolls up like this. You roll it out. It's
yoga
like
mats,
3
got it.
foot by 2 foot ish.
The Japanese yoga mat.
It's like a threaded bamboo type thing. It's there.
Don't you
I
watch
believe.
anime?
Don't you watch Forge and Fire? They always cut through tatami mats with the knives.
Oh, those things. All right. I thought those were sword.
You know, like
Things, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
like one of the most common things they test their swords on to see what
Yeah.
they can cut
I,
through.
mean, I know that was a mat. I thought it was just like a bamboo bundle we cut through. It's
Anyway,
a sword
it's,
thing.
It's she's sitting on the mat. Obviously, you don't sit in chairs as often in this culture.
Yeah, because Asians in Japan are dumb.
She says, "Please, sir, I'm
Yes.
honored to meet the samurai who preserved the life and honor of Kakita Riku. I've heard the story, of course, but I wish to hear it from those that were there. Your deeds at the Topaz Championship were indeed honorable. You remember who Kakita Riku is?
Is that the girl that almost?
That's the girl that was about to
Yeah.
stab when you showed up and said, "Hey, wait."
Yeah, we saved someone because a scorpion was being shifty again. Seems to be a common occurrence.
Okay? If you when you mention the scorpion, you can definitely see like an obvious wince. In her perfect demeanor, whenever you mention Bayushi Sugai, that scorpion, she's breaks composure a bit.
Yeah. Beastly soup guy, dude.
But she's asking you basically to relate the story of what
Regale her
happened.
with the tale.
Regale me, yes. Tell me the tale of your heroic deeds. How
He
did it all
noticed the
go
guy,
down?
and all of us ran first and caught him.
And then I
That was
took him
crazy.
out with a fire sword. Because that's what I do.
So
Yeah,
she's
that's basically how it went.
basically she's
And then she carried him back on her horse.
you guys can make a sentiment check. The target number is 1, but basically she's just going to patiently listen to you, and her time is limited. So when your stories are over, and you finished, regaling her with your deeds, you can.
Is this a new scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
It's another new scene?
Yep.
Awesome. I got a lot of strength.
There isn't a whole lot of it defines scenes a little bit, but I feel like
I only made that roll.
law training was one scene. Now we're on to a new scene.
I got 5
I
successes.
succeeded.
I got 3 successes.
I got none, but now I have no strike.
I didn't bother.
I just tried to roll to get
She going with she's very matter of fact. She is excited for you to tell the story about her friend Kakita Riku. She does not seem distraught, out of place, upset, disappointed. She's very straightforward. She doesn't seem like she's like people are saying. She doesn't seem grieving. It has been a couple weeks, but
Oh wait.
her time is very limited. She thanks you guys for telling her the stories, and you got opportunity to ask her a couple questions if you'd like.
I'm going to express my sympathies to her for her father's passing, and see what her reaction to that is.
She's basically going to say, well, yes, thank you. It was quite unexpected. However, with the position come much.
Oh no, I want to do that insight thing when she was like, it was unexpected. I want to do the thing where I like.
Sentiment?
Yeah, what was it? Because there's the different things that you can do to like read a person.
I forgot what it's called, but Derek will
Insight
got it.
check. But
Right, yeah. Basically, she's
Seeing through lies. It is a sentiment skill, depending on what stance you want to go in. Which stance are you wanting to do?
I want to see if she's.
Oh no! Well, you already made a sentiment check that you
Okay.
passed. We'll count that. She
Okay.
does not appear to be lying. She seems content with assuming it was natural causes and moving on. She's like, it was unexpected and it has done more damage to the Empire than it will do to my family, and hopefully he is replaced soon so that the power may be reset and we can continue.
I will say then, I respectfully, I assume you've heard the rumblings that there are many that think that it was not natural.
She says yes, of course. My father made many enemies. I've always assumed it just came with the position. Basically, she's, it could be, it could not be,
I'm gonna look
Say,
at you.
What was the guy, the samurai who we caught in the very beginning, the Bayushi? Well, that doesn't matter. Just pretend I know his name.
Yoshisu guy?
Yeah.
The first guy? Yeah.
It's like, I noticed a slight wince when we mentioned Bayushi Shugai, or anytime we mentioned the Scorpion, but we can't all be bad, correct? There's got to be one that you like.
Oh, that very.
Of course,
Poking the bear.
Oh, of course. I would not mean to offend you that way. Surely do not believe the Scorpion clan had anything to do with it. After all, the Scorpion embodied the Bushido tenet of duty. Is that correct?
Loyalty, yes.
I would never implicate one of another clan.
I still don't know. Well, I don't know how, because I didn't do the insight check, so yeah, I'm still going to assume
But
that
still a
she's
weird
shady.
answer for her.
Yeah.
Because she should be like, Scorpion, they probably
Right.
were up to it.
Right.
Normally, that's the response you
Right.
would expect from.
Yeah. Saying whether or not I want to reveal.
She's
the
like,
letter.
all right, I'm here today just to ensure my father's possessions were safely sent to my uncle in Suma. I need the final move out of all of the last possessions that we have. I know you have met some of my father's previous servants. Unfortunately, I have to move along.
I think you can.
I'll take one more
Yeah.
question, just
No,
one
it's
more, one more from the group.
How much wood would Woodchuck
Were you aware that there are people that think that you're responsible for your father's death?
Ooh. Yes, my relationship with my father was strained, and that is not secret. However, I think most know that I could have nothing to do with it. I wasn't even at the castle at that time.
Does she seem
It's
to be
like-
lying now? Does she
Secretly,
have nothing to do with it?
hold on.
Merlino, what do you think? Would her father have approved her interests?
She doesn't seem to be lying at all.
Okay.
You do not think
She
that
just
she is.
didn't care. She assumed that her dad was gonna die doing this, or that something could happen to him. He was kind of a son of a
No.
bitch, and she's
Nobody,
just like, meh, whatever.
you know, a lot of people don't like him.
Hadn't
and
seen him in a while. it's whatever.
Secretly, she is always blamed. And she'll even tell you if you get into this question is that his cruelty and his indifference is what she blames her mother's passing on his cruelty and indifference. So however you want to take that.
What about the love interest? Would she do something? Do you know her?
Yeah, the scorpion, the female scorpion, it would be the daimyo's sister. What would I know about her?
Well, I mean,
Good call, Jared.
the sister of a lord, the sister of your lord, I'm assuming would still have a status above everybody else. So I'm assuming, I mean, I don't know if they would both govern technically, but they certainly wouldn't be under each other. So I'm imagining they would probably rule side by side.
With an iron fist.
I would think. I mean,
Yes.
brother and a sister. I don't think. I think their status would be equal. So I think you wouldn't see her as a peer. You'd see her as probably another daimyo.
She's your daimyo.
Daimya. Is there? Do we put an A on the end of it and just make it a
I'll
C?
ask about that.
I'm gonna assume you just know who she is, and
Right.
she is is a status above yours. So
Right,
she's.
obviously.
Yeah, but how ruthless is she?
I mean, what exactly would you want to know? I mean.
How
She would probably be, actually, she'd probably be next in line now that he has unfortunately met a demise. She would probably be the family daimyo now.
Okay.
Unless there's a older brother,
Right.
but there wouldn't be because then he wouldn't be in charge.
Right.
So, yeah, so.
Or a son,
Yeah.
possibly.
So basically, she is probably going to be the new daimyo. I'm assuming that's how that works.
Now, obviously, since my daimyo
Are you going to just
was
bring out the letter and be like, how do you explain this?
well, are you gonna ask her something or not?
no, I'm just obviously like my daimyo was upset about this, but that would be across the board. Like the Emerald Champion would not approve of their relationship
Did
either.
we know?
Is it because it's
no.
one of them's a
Yeah,
scorpion,
they
or
were.
is it like is gay marriage cool in this world?
It's more because of a crane and a scorpion. Now,
Okay.
people still obviously get married. Obviously, that was the whole plot of last adventure. You had the mantis, who was the bastard son of a crane.
Yeah.
That's bad, but crane and scorpion is even worse because they are such political rivals. You know, it's. I mean, you can't really compare it to anything in real life. I mean, I can't really. It's not like, oh, you're dating a Republican, you know, you're disloyal to our family, we're kicking you out. In this setting, that is super important. You can't really relate to it in real life, but.
Yeah, I'll ask her then.
What are you gonna say?
Do you want
Are
to
you
do it?
okay
or-
with them saying this?
Well,
I asked you.
Well, right. Well, I was gonna
Well, I
slyly,
yeah.
I was gonna slyly do it as we were about to leave. Be like, oh, by the way,
Well, I want to find out if she thinks that she did it, or that she would have been capable of being the one to do it.
oh, okay. Well, we'll kind of like, because that'll give you the opportunity. As she's like, well, you know, I must be busy getting ready, and be like, oh, by the way, what's the whatever her name is, Shoshiri, whatever her name is.
Yeah, I just said it. I don't
Yeah.
remember. Bayushi. So she's a Bayushi.
Yeah, she's a Bayushi.
Bayushi
Yeah.
Kachiko.
Yeah.
Kashiko.
Well, yeah. Well,
There's a
yeah. 'cause,
pronunciation guide. I probably should look at it. Probably should have read that like before. we
well, I
started.
would say Daimyo Matamitsu brought a letter from Bayushi, Lady Bayushi, you know, her name. And I believe it was meant for you, and I handed it to
Yeah,
her.
obviously her eyes are like, what? And she's like, how came you of this private letter that was already delivered to me? This is not new. I received this letter weeks ago.
It's like, this was, well,
As we said, there are some that think you responsible for the death and want to point that finger at you. And this was left.
Are you implying that her, Bayushi, whatever, is somehow against me? Kishiko?
No. I'm saying that somebody wanted to give you cause and reason to be the one to kill your father. We found this. We stopped that happening. We are wondering if you have any reason to believe this would be connected with your father's death. You may not have been here to do it, but others could have been. On your behalf, whether you know it or not.
She is obviously distraught and thinking, just like me. And you didn't tell her who brought that here?
No.
No. Okay, well that's the next question then.
No, I did when I initially said.
You said that you didn't say that we caught him blackmailing her.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I didn't say that.
Well, she'll figure that out in about an hour when she walks in.
Yeah, like, who had this letter? Who could have possibly taken this from me? Or intercepted this?
Well, technically, I don't know.
I guess it would make sense that I guess it wouldn't have been delivered already. That would not make sense at all. So I have to backtrack on that. Because it's Scorpion to Scorpion. It was intercepted before it was delivered. Because there's no way he wouldn't have that would, otherwise he'd have to sneak into the crane area and take it back.
Yeah.
Right.
So it would make sense that it
That's
wasn't
all
delivered.
videos.
So we'll retract that and say that no, it was not delivered yet. So now, first she's just reading it, she's like, this is your letter.
Were any of these handwritings, by the way, like lining up to that other handwriting that we can never identify that was found in the
The
cave?
blue handwriting.
The blue handwriting is the old Emerald Champion.
It was
Right.
the guy that
The guy-
the thing that the poison
Oh,
guy.
right.
His
Oh,
The guy
handwriting
that
matched.
they found, that was his handwriting. The what was it called? The serpent, hidden serpent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
the Kolot.
the Kolot.
keys.
So we've identified all the handwriting.
You have identified all handwritings. Yes. She is. She doesn't know what to think. Like, who was it that you found this on? How did this reach here?
And I will leave that to you on that.
Like my father knew of my fondness for a certain member of the Scorpion, and he did not think fondly of it, but that in no way would he, what I assume the Scorpion would attack because of it.
Disgrace to the families of rival
Surely the Scorpion clan are not responsible, and if they are, then what's done is done. But
the honor of
I'm
the
not
trainer
convinced.
is at stake here too, not just the Scorpion.
Awfully dismissive.
Yep, she is out of things to say. Basically, she is just the crane.
Stumped.
Well, I mean, she does not think that the Scorpion could possibly be responsible for this, even with whatever evidence you give her. And she doesn't think the crane would be responsible for it at all. Obviously, the crane wouldn't kill their own champion. So, again, she doesn't know about the dealings that go on and, like, actually what her father did. She wasn't, it's not like she was
Did you tell her
part of this.
who did it? Who was framing it?
No.
No,
Are you gonna?
no. If you mention it, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. I was like, well, we caught her brother's the one that tried to frame you.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Does it? I was kind of hoping it would.
Yeah, I'm glad that it makes sense, but
Her brother. Oh yes. Her brother would do anything to compromise his sister's loyalty to the Scorpion, or he was always against her being happy. This all makes perfect sense. He has been overly, basically he's been in our business constantly. Him and his sister had a falling out. He cares nothing for her, and anything that would make her happy, he wishes to destroy.
Does he value that enough to ruin her relationship and also maybe kill an Emerald Magistrate?
I say, yeah, but him
Emerald
killing
Champion?
her father and
was-
framing her for it seems.
He was a master at poison, as many Scorpion are. Perhaps it could be disguised as natural causes. I had accepted the ruling.
But it is just as plausible he would use that as an opportunity to.
Right, that's what I say. It could go either way. I just want to.
I'm just throwing that out there. Basically, I mean, I'm still like this. As she can probably leave, and we can still have our
But
discussion.
she's gonna leave now,
Yeah.
basically. Like,
Are we gonna hang out in the closet?
yeah.
We're hanging out in the closet.
I'll say before, like, if
Thank you
think
again
of anything
for-
else that could.
Thank you again for returning this to me, and or for bringing this to me and saving my friend. Have a good day. She's like backs out of the room, like.
Homer into the bushes.
Just like, all right.
Like, I still believe.
So basically, right now,
A coincidence.
I'm gonna go smoke while we go on break, and you guys prepare your report for the Ruby Champion.
Oh, we're done. We don't have any more time to look for anything else. It says there's no more clues. We have everything.
Pretty
We didn't find any clues so far.
much, yeah. I mean,
There's one clue left.
you finished.
It's the grappling hook.
We gotta go check that out. We didn't go look at it yet. What's it doing there?
I mean,
Gotta tie up
anything. No,
loose ends,
if there's
literally.
other stuff you guys want to do, you can do.
I'm gonna go to the grappling hook.
Tomorrow morning is your graduation ceremony, but for right now, this afternoon, she's expecting your report.
Hey,
so
Ru-
you have a couple hours before, but your training's done for the day. You've ate dinner now, or you ate lunch now. That's where you're at now. You're at lunch. So discussing your report.
Hey, is the grappling hook actually pointless?
It's got at least 3.
Ah!
The 4.1s are better though.
So the grappling hook. We know that the Henry was what? What did we learn the Henry
A
was?
lot of shit going on there.
That's where the
Poisons,
drop
dead
point
chickens,
was.
We
notes are
learned,
hidden.
we learned it was a drop point for information, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, do you think I wrote into the adventure planning on the viewers pushing you off a cliff?
For you to notice that.
Just so you notice that. No, I came up with that to reassure you guys that yes, this is a drop point.
It was a plot hook.
That means,
Ha
but that means there's something at the bottom of
You're
it.
nailing it with your hook humor today.
Thank you.
Stop reading into things. I was thinking on the fly with what the viewer
Dirt.
bought for us.
And it
I'm
also
hooked on those
early
jokes.
was found with one of those things that said has nothing to do with
I was
what's
gonna say
going
it
on.
was.
Well, no,
yeah,
what
it
was
has
going
nothing
on was
do
me
with
trying
the
to grab a
trap that
thing.
you were doing.
It all has everything to do with the story. That's how
It's just trying to rope
that's
you
how
in.
that note got planted here.
Then why haven't we checked it out? All I want to do is go check out the hook, and everyone tells me I'm dumb. And
No,
Because
you
everybody's
can check out
read
the
the context clues and knows that it's pointless.
I will be back in 5 minutes. Prepare your statement
You
for
need
the
to-
Emerald Champion.
Yeah,